Welcome to the Morning English Podcast. Listen, learn, and speak English daily.
Hello, English learners, and welcome to our podcast. My name is Emma, and we are so happy that you are here with us today.
And I'm Mark. Yes, welcome everyone. It's wonderful to have you here with us today.
We really just want you to feel completely at home here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, learning a language can be stressful, but this is totally relaxed.
Absolutely. No pressure, no tests, just hanging out with friends and learning real English.
Right. We want you to feel like you're just sitting right here in the studio with Mark and me having a cup of coffee.
Or tea. I'm actually having tea today.
Oh, nice. Speaking of coffee shops and things, Mark, I have to tell you about something so awkward that happened to me yesterday.
Oh, wow. Okay, tell me everything.
Well, so I was at this neighborhood party, right? A just casual get-together.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anyone. I grabbed a plastic cup of water, and I swear, Mark, I just stared at that cup for like 20 minutes.
Oh, no. Just examining the ice cubes.
Yes. I was acting like this plastic cup was the most fascinating, incredible object in the world. I was swirling the water, looking at the side of it, anything to avoid making eye contact with the people near me.
Oh, man, I feel that. I have
know.
absolutely done that. It's like the cup becomes your shield.
Exactly, a little plastic shield to hide behind. Because I was just so nervous to talk to anyone.
Yeah, and that actually connects perfectly to what we are diving into today.
It really does. Today's deep dive is all about social anxiety, specifically conversational anxiety.
Right. And for our listeners, anxiety basically means feeling very nervous or worried.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about that nervous feeling you get when you want to speak in English or even in your native language, but you just freeze.
Today, you're going to learn real practical ways to talk to new people, how to keep a conversation going, and what to do when your brain just completely forgets every word you know.
Yes, the dreaded brain freeze. We are going to give you an easy toolkit to survive those moments. But before we get into the fun stuff, listener, please take a quick second to like, subscribe, and share this with one friend who is also learning English.
Yeah, it really helps us out, and it helps your friends learn too.
So, Mark, here is my curiosity question for you and the listener. Have you ever wanted to join a conversation, but your brain just started shouting all these terrible what-if scenarios before you even opened your mouth?
Oh, all the time. Like, what if I say the wrong thing? What if my English isn't perfect? What if they think I'm boring?
Exactly. You haven't even said hello yet, and your brain is already convinced it's a disaster.
Right, and that's actually the biggest problem. The hardest part isn't the actual talking. It's the overthinking before the talking starts.
Yeah, we build it up into this huge, scary mountain.
We do. And we fall into something called the spotlight effect.
Ooh, the spotlight effect. Let's explain that one.
Sure. So imagine a bright spotlight in a theater shining only on you.
Just on you, in the dark.
Exactly. When we are nervous, we feel like everyone is staring at us with a bright spotlight. We think everyone is noticing every little mistake we make.
But the truth is, they aren't. No one is actually watching you that closely.
No. Everyone is mostly just worrying about themselves.
Right. So if we know that the worst part is the worrying before we start talking, how do we fix it?
Well, the best way is to just start talking as fast as possible. You have to break the ice quickly.
Break the ice. That is a great English idiom. Listener, to break the ice means to start a conversation in a friendly way, to make people feel relaxed.
Yeah, imagine a conversation is like a frozen lake. You have to gently break that ice so the water can flow.
I love that. But breaking the ice can be really hard because of something we call the grand opening trap.
Oh, this trap is so real.
It is. When we feel anxious, we think we need to sound like a movie star. We think our first sentence has to be incredibly funny or super interesting.
Right, you stand on the edge of the room, planning a 5-minute speech about your recent vacation, just trying to sound impressive.
Yes. And doing that just makes you feel more pressure.
It does. It puts so much weight on your shoulders. So the strategy here is to make it easy. Lower the stakes. You do not need a perfect, clever joke.
No magic tricks required.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A really simple, boring sentence is actually the best way to break the ice.
Give us an example, Mark. What is an easy sentence our listeners can use?
The absolute best one is just, hey, I don't think we've met.
Wow, that is so simple. Hey, I don't think we've met.
Yeah. Let's have the listeners try it. Listener, try saying it out loud with us right now. Ready? Hey, I don't think we've met.
Great job. It feels a little plain, doesn't it? When you're nervous, offering something so simple feels like giving someone a basic handshake when they were expecting a whole dance routine.
But a handshake is all they want. That's why it works so well. It doesn't force the other person to be super funny either. It just gives them an easy chance to say, "Hi, I'm Mark."
Right. It's an easy win for both of you. You can also use the room around you, right?
Oh, absolutely. Use the shared environment. If you're at a party, just ask, "Hey, have you figured out where the snacks are?"
Or how do you know the host? That is such an everyday useful phrase.
Yeah, the environment breaks the ice for you. You don't have to invent a topic out of thin air.
So true. But okay, let's say you've successfully broken the ice. You said hello. Now what? This is where I always get stuck.
This is where people fall into the interviewer trap.
Ah, the interviewer trap, like when a police officer is questioning someone.
Basically, yeah.
Ugh.
When people are nervous, they learn to ask questions, but they ask too many questions.
Right, because if I keep asking you questions, the spotlight is on you. I don't have to talk about myself.
Exactly. It's a defensive shield. So you start firing questions fast. Do you play tennis? How often? Do you have a racket? What color is it?
That sounds terrible. It feels like you're interviewing them for a job.
It does, and it makes the other person feel really uncomfortable. They feel like they are doing all the heavy lifting in the conversation.
So how do we fix it? We can't just stop asking questions, right?
Yeah, right. Questions are good, but you need to balance them with reaction.
Reactions. Tell me more about that.
When they answer a question, don't just ask another one immediately. React to what they said. Show them you are listening.
Oh, I see. So if they say, I like to play tennis on weekends, I shouldn't just ask, where do you play?
Right. Instead, you react. You say, "Oh, nice. That sounds like a fun way to relax."
Or maybe, oh, I haven't played tennis in years. I would be so bad at it.
Yes, exactly. These little reactions make the conversation feel soft and friendly. It proves you're listening.
That makes the conversation feel like a real dialogue, not an interrogation.
Exactly.
But wait, Mark, what if you do that? You react, you ask a nice question, and the person just gives you a one-word answer. Like you say, how do you know the host? And they just say, work.
And then they just stare at you.
Yes, that is the word. We call that a dead end.
A dead end, yeah. Like a road that just stops. You can't drive any further.
So what do you do when you hit a dead end?
Well, a lot of people think they have to push harder. They keep asking questions to force the conversation to work.
But that feels awful.
It does. True confidence isn't making every single conversation perfect. Sometimes it's just recognizing that the other person doesn't want to talk much.
Right? Maybe they are tired or having a bad day.
Exactly. So you stay polite, you smile, and you just move on. Realizing you are allowed to walk away from a dead end is so freeing.
Oh, that takes so much pressure off. You don't have to force it.
No, not at all. But Emma, let's imagine a situation where the conversation is actually going really well.
Okay, things are going great. We're chatting.
You're chatting, it's flowing, and then, boom. Someone asks you a basic question, and your mind goes completely blank.
Oh, no. The brain freeze.
The dreaded empty screen. Have you had this happen?
Oh, absolutely. Someone says, what did you think of that movie? And suddenly my brain says, we have no information. The files are gone.
Yes. You just stand there in silence, and a
Ow.
2-second pause feels like an hour.
It physically hurts. Why does that happen to us?
Well, it's actually biological. When you feel that sudden pressure, your brain confuses social stress with physical danger.
Wait, really? Like being chased by a wild animal?
Yeah. Your brain's alarm system goes off. It pumps you full of adrenaline, getting your body ready to run away.
So my brain is literally preparing my legs to run out of the party.
Exactly. And because it's focusing on running away, it turns off the part of your brain that handles complex vocabulary and logic.
Wow, so the words literally disappear because my brain is trying to save my life.
Exactly. So how do we fix it when the logic center goes offline?
That is the big question, because usually I just panic more.
The secret is you have to give the pause some language. Don't just stand there silently freezing. Vocalize it.
Say it out loud.
Yes. Just smile and say, "Oh, give me a second," or "I just lost my train of thought."
Oh, train of thought. That's a great vocabulary phrase for our listeners.
It is. Your train of thought is just the flow of ideas in your head,
Mm.
like a train moving along the tracks.
And when you lose it, the train just stops.
Exactly.
I really like comparing it to a computer freezing.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, you know when your computer screen freezes and nothing happens? If it just stays completely black, you panic. You think the computer's broken forever.
Right. You start mashing the buttons.
Yes. But if a little loading icon pops up on the screen, you calm down, you know it's not broken, it just needs a second to load.
Oh, that is such a great point.
By saying, give me a second, You are giving the other person the loading icon. You're saying, my brain isn't broken, it's just loading.
I love that. And people are usually very kind. If you say, I lost my train of thought, they usually say, take your time.
Right. And hearing them be nice helps your brain calm down so the words come back.
Exactly. But you have to be careful not to fall into the apology trap.
Oh, the apology trap. This is when we say, I'm sorry way too much, right?
Yes. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible at English. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm usually so much smarter.
I hear English learners do this a lot. They get nervous and apologize for their English constantly.
Yeah, and that actually makes it more awkward. When you apologize 100 times, the other person has to comfort you. It makes your anxiety their problem.
Right. They have to say, no, your English is great, don't worry. It stops the conversation completely.
Exactly. So instead of apologizing, you just repair the mistake, simply.
Like fixing a typo in a text message.
Yes. If you use the wrong word, just correct it neutrally. Like, let's say you want to say the restaurant was very fast, but you accidentally say it was aggressive.
Oh my goodness, an aggressive restaurant. They throw the food at you.
Right. But instead of panicking and saying, I'm so sorry, my English is so bad, just say, wait, that's the wrong word. I meant the service was rushed.
Simple, clean. Wait, that's the wrong word. I meant rushed.
Exactly. And what if you forget the word entirely? Let's say you forget the word for cutting vegetables into small pieces.
Oh, chopping.
Right. But if you forget it, just describe it. Say, oh, I'm losing the word. It's when you cut vegetables into tiny pieces.
And the other person will probably help you. They'll say chopping. And you can say, yes, chopping, thank you.
Exactly. Becomes a team effort. You solve the puzzle together, which actually makes people like you more.
That's a huge relief. So we don't have to be perfect. We just need to know how to repair things. But Mark, what happens when nobody says anything?
The awkward silence.
It is terrifying. The conversation naturally slows down and nobody is speaking. The silence feels so heavy.
It does. In many cultures, especially Western ones, we think silence is an emergency. We hear a loud alarm in our head screaming, say something.
We feel like we have to entertain everyone every single second.
But a 2 or 3 second pause is completely normal. It's just room to breathe.
You can just take a sip of your drink or smile.
Yes. But when people panic, their brains just grab the closest physical object to talk about.
The panic topic. Oh my gosh, listener, we have to tell you this example. It is so funny.
It really shows how silly our anxious brains can be.
Okay, so imagine you're at a networking event. You ask a guy how long he's worked at his company. He says, 2 years, and you nod.
And then silence.
The silence happens, and your brain completely panics. You look around, you see a chair, and you blurt out, do you like chairs?
Do you like chairs? It's just so funny.
We have all done something like this. You just ask the most random, weird question because you are so afraid of the quiet.
Right. My confidence is gone. Please let us talk about this furniture.
So true.
But if we just realize that silence is okay, we won't ask people about chairs. We can just relax.
And sometimes silence means it's just time to end the conversation. Which brings us to the final hurdle, the exit.
Oh, the exit. Leaving a conversation is so hard for people.
People stay in conversations way too long because they are terrified of seeming rude if they walk away.
Yeah, and then when they finally leave, they use these huge, dramatic excuses.
Oh, like they are a lawyer breaking a contract. I must sincerely apologize, but due to important personal reasons, I must now exit to check my mobile phone.
Yes. I must now terminate this interaction. Goodbye. It is so stiff and unnatural.
It draws so much attention to you, so what is a better way to leave?
You want a low-friction, easy exit. Make it mundane. Every day.
Keep it simple.
Exactly. Just say, I'm going to grab some water, but it was really nice talking with you.
Or, I'm going to go find my friend, but it was great to meet you.
That's it. No long apologies, no complicated lies, just a warm, clean break.
And honestly, a 30-second conversation where you say hello, chat for a moment, and leave politely, that is a total success.
It really is. A conversation doesn't have to be an hour long to be successful.
Okay, wow. We have covered so much today. Let's do a quick recap for our listeners.
Sounds good. First, remember to bypass the grand opening trap. You don't need a huge, funny story. Just use our phrase, I don't think we've met.
Second, avoid the interviewer trap. Don't fire 50 questions at someone. Ask a question and then react to their answer to make it a real conversation.
Third, if you get a brain freeze, don't panic in silence. Say, give me a second, or I lost my train of thought.
And if you make a mistake, don't apologize a million times. Just correct the word and keep going.
Finally, remember that silence is okay. You don't have to ask people if they like chairs. And when you want to leave, just keep it simple. I'm going to grab some water.
Let's review some of the great vocabulary we learned today, too. We learned break the ice, which means to start a conversation and make people feel comfortable.
And we talked about a dead end, which is when the conversation just stops, like a road that doesn't go anywhere.
We also talked about a brain freeze, when your mind goes totally blank.
And finally, your train of thought, which is the flow of ideas in your head.
Awesome. Listener, it is time for your speaking challenge.
Well, this is a good one.
This week, your challenge is to talk to just one person. It could be a coworker, a classmate, or someone at a coffee shop.
And we want you to use one of the phrases you learned today. Try using, I don't think we've met. Or, if you need to leave, say, I'm going to grab some water. It was nice talking to you.
You can do it. Practicing just a little bit every day is how you build true confidence.
Because confidence doesn't mean you never feel nervous. You will still feel nervous sometimes.
Absolutely.
Confidence just means knowing you have the tools to fix things when you do feel nervous.
That is beautifully said. I want to leave our listeners with one final thought today. Think about that moment at the party when you are staring at your plastic cup of water, terrified of making a mistake.
Right.
Now, switch it around. Think about when someone else makes a mistake. If a person walks up to you and says, "Oh, I completely forgot what I wanted to say," do you judge them?
No, of course not.
Exactly. You probably smile, feel a little empathy, and tell them to take their time. You are kind to them.
Yeah, we are usually very kind to other people.
So if you are so willing to be kind and forgiving to a stranger, why is it so hard to be kind to yourself?
That's a great point. Give yourself some grace.
Exactly. Give yourself some grace. The next time you are staring at your drink, remember that people aren't looking for a perfect English performance. They're just looking for a human connection.
Just lick up from the cup.
Yeah.
You've got this.
You really do. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive today, everyone. Keep practicing your English every single day.
We are so proud of you. Have a wonderful week, everyone.
Bye, listeners. See you next time.